Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to City Skylines. I have gone, once again, back to the point where we left off a couple of episodes ago. We've kind of reset to this point a couple times. We had minus 32 million, but what I've done is I've effectively called in disaster relief from the government, and they have given us a load of money. They've decided not to be entirely generous, though. We don't have unlimited funds. Anything we use has got to be repaid. And we're also 32 grand in the hole before we start. So, anything we use now, we will end up having to repay. How am I doing this, you ask? Well, basically, there's a money mod that is built into the base game, I think. I don't know. It just someone said, oh, just use the money mod that's already there in the menu. You activate it, use what money you want, but when you deactivate it, it takes into account all the money that you used and then puts you into a negative balance. So we're going to use all the money that we need to use in order to restore our city to its former glory. Once we've done some of that and we're on our way on the road to recovery, I'm then going to restore it back to minus 30 odd million. It's going to be more than that by that point. And then we'll see what happens from that point. So I am going to do my usual. I'm going to speed this up so that we are draining money fairly quickly. Just to, you know, keep things interesting. And we're going to turn this water here back on. Like that. And then I'm going to come down over here. We're going to go to Hans Stager Island over here. And we are going to go here like this. And pollution. So that one there is the one that I want to sell. Because for some reason that one doesn't seem to be eliminating. Whereas the rest of them, even though they don't look great, they did actually clean themselves. Right, the whole water supply does get contaminated temporarily while we turn this back on. See, we're up to 2% contamination. So we do get a spike of illness as well. But overall, it wasn't too bad. And eventually, it did come clean. So I'm hoping that one will also come clean. It's actually fading already. Right, I'm hoping that they will fade. We'll keep an eye on that brown one there. I'm actually thinking that maybe we ought to get rid of that one. We will. Oh, no. I was literally just about to do it, and it decided to clean its act up. Quite literally. Okay, so if that one's going to be cleaning itself up like that, that's fine. It can carry on, and it can do what it's going to do. So what we want to do now is we want to actually start doing some rebuilding. I need a disaster response team, but at the same time... Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to demolish anything at the moment. Now, if I click on these, are they going to demolish all of them? This is the bit that I'm a little bit concerned about at the moment. Now, that's collapsed, and I can't search it until I have a DRU. The DRU needs to search itself, and the DRU is collapsed. Right? Do you see the kind of issue we got? The road maintenance over there is in dire straits as well. We've got some personal issues that we need to work through with all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... I think the disaster response was emergency services here, wasn't it? Fire helicopter, that one... DRU. That's what I want. There we go. I can put a DRU right in there, except that is going to lower the water down here, and that's going to cause me some major flooding, isn't it? If I put that one in there, I'm going to regret that. Yeah, I'm going to regret that. Okay. Let's leave that one running. We've got our DRU up and running now. Which means now these... Oh, that's a historic building. Low density commercial. Can I order them to do a search? Vehicles in... Oh, no. I cannot order them to do a search, by the look of it. I can't force them to do a search. They've... Helicopters in use and vehicles in use. 3 and 3. I'm gonna need more than one DRU, aren't I? I'm gonna need a couple of these, so I'm thinking that we build another DRU over this way. I can put one over here somewhere. Let's go back to this, and we go disaster response unit right there. And I'm going to put one there. Hopefully those will go over that way and they'll take care of that some. And I'm also going to put one over here as well. And then I need some power onto this. Well, that one's got power. This is the only one that does... Yeah, actually, it's just that one. If I put a bit of that in there, that will generate some juice there. And it will also generate juice for the rest of the city, which is good. So now we've got our disaster response. We've got 3 teams. They are going to take their sweet time, just sort of getting around the place and getting things sorted out. But they are making a start. This is a good thing, right? And I'm hoping that we will soon... Look, you can see we're already working on some of this down here. I cannot rebuild you yet. So what do you do? Are you, like, going through them in the order they all fell down? I think they might be. Is there a way to specifically request a DRU unit to come in? Needs to be searched for survivors. I don't think there is a way to specifically request a search. Evacuate citizens. That one's got everything that it needs. Now, some of these have been knocked down, and they're already rebuilding themselves. So it looks like it's going to be a slow process, this whole rebuilding. Looks like it's going to be a very slow... You over there, all right. Police station, ready for rebuilding. So I can now rebuild that one. And we have already now, we're going to start taking care of some of this crime. Look, see, we've got crime over there. We've now already got some coming back. It's being taken care of. Look at the crime going through over here. That's the police car coming from this side, is already helping the crime situation on this side. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we got another building over here. So let me get rid of that overlay there. Fire helicopter depot. That one can be rebuilt now. Fan-schmastic. And then over this side, what are you? Not enough food. Oh. How do I get food into the shelter? What's this? Delete the evacuation route. Draw an evacuation route. Evacuate citizens to this shelter. So where's the food come from? I don't actually know very much about this. This may come as a surprise to you that I don't know everything there is to know about everything. I know, I'm equally shocked. Trust me, I'm equally shocked. So we've got our helicopter. I love the way that they are going through and doing this. I also love the way that I've got an incineration plant down there under the water and it's telling me that I can rebuild it. How are you able to go and get that one down there already? I mean, seriously, what is wrong with you? I can rebuild that one, the floating cafe. That one's now back up and running. Okay, this is really cool. This is what we needed. This right here is what we needed. This is what we wanted. We wanted them to start coming through and rebuilding all of these little small bits. All of these small details, like that one right there. The farm workers' residential area. That's now been rebuilt. I do have a bit of a crime issue over here with the disaster response unit itself. So I haven't, none of the stations have been removed. Anything like that. We've gone back to before we tried all of that. Which means that we should be able to go through there. Police headquarters. Now we're talking. Look at that. Police headquarters. That's going up. So we've got loads more being rebuilt. Which means that it's slowly going to rebuild the entire city. This is what's going to happen. This is what I'm hoping for. A lot of it does auto-rebuild, doesn't it? Like, the residents will come along, they'll knock down the houses themselves. And all we got to do is, we got to be looking out for these symbols right here. Crematorium, that one can be rebuilt. So that is that's all the services. The services, as they're repaired, we can order them to be rebuilt. So we've got, like, the helicopter coming over here. This is no good to me. I don't want a fancy boutique. I could really do with you rebuilding that one right there. So, like this one here, I can say it's ready for rebuilding. It's not going to do anything. It'll do it itself. We don't get any extras. Ooh, we can rebuild that one. There we go. So we've now got the Chirpex launch site ready to go, and that one there is ready to go. We've got all of these buildings around the side here. We've got no power over this side. Again, this is all stuff that's going to be rebuilt later on. As we go through, they're all going to start being rebuilt. I want more disaster response units. More DRUs, I'm thinking. Are you ready to rebuild? No, you're still flooded, apparently. So there's a couple of other buildings that I want to include. Now that we've started the epic rebuild of Frithville, now that everything is underway, there's a couple of other buildings that I want to. We've got a university right over there. No, it's not that. Where is this building? Road Maintenance Depot. That's what I want right there. Now, where is the road maintenance? It's that one there. This is the road maintenance. No, that's not the road maintenance. Where's the road maintenance? That's taxis, cable cars, monorails. No, I don't think it is in there. Maybe it's under roads. Yes. No, it's not under those. It's under these right here. Look. There we go. Road maintenance depot. Now I've got one road maintenance depot in the entire city. That's all I've got, is one. So maybe we could do with some more of those. Another one of those, another road maintenance depot somewhere in this city, I feel is going to be a good thing. We've got a fire going on over here. That's not necessarily a good thing. So if I bring out this old...
Meteorologists are issuing a thunderstorm warning for the coming days. Citizens are advised to stay indoors.
Drop that one down there. And get rid of that.
A thunderstorm is battering the city. Stay indoors until the storm has passed.
Right, well, a thunderstorm battering the city. It's over there at the moment. This is the sort of thing that starts to become an issue for us because we get multiple strikes and it destroys our entire infrastructure. There, we've got a building, there's another crematorium that we can rebuild right there. Fantastic. Not many people are wanting to make use of a crematorium at the moment, it must be said, but there are a few. So we've got road maintenance is now, the road quality is now going to be repaired again. I've got... The lightning is still over this side. So lightning, if the lightning can stay over there, out of the way, it doesn't really matter. Right, road maintenance. I'm looking around here. There's our road maintenance. And we could do with a bit of repair work on some of these roads. But generally speaking at the moment, I'm just going to assume that they're doing alright. Like these over here, we got 3 maintenance trucks in action. And I found previously that the one road maintenance thing seemed to cover most of it. Maybe I ought to do a little bit more work. We've got an Institute of Creative Arts right there. It's going to keep them happy. More and more of these underwater are starting to come back. They're no good to me. We've got another DRU right there. That's going to speed things up a little bit. That's fantastic. Disconnected power grid. We've got another one right there. That's the cemetery. Yeah, we may also need one of those. I get the feeling that that is going to be something we're going to need fairly soon. So we're starting to get through all of these things. We've got a dog park. Yes, that was very crucial to get that one back up and running. Absolutely crucial. Go into there, and I want to go to you like that. Go to that one, and to that one there. Right. I think there's many others at the moment that need that. I don't believe so. We've got more and more buildings in here. See, they're slowly being searched, and then they're rebuilding. So we're up to 17,000 people now, which is putting us at minus 135,000 there. We're still on 12% tax over here. That's fine. Our budget. Now, I lowered our budget. I'm actually now going to put the budget back up to 100% on all of them. Can I do it? No, I can't. I've actually got to do it on the sliders. This bugs me, this does. I've got to do it on the sliders. I'm going to put everything up to 100% on these. Have a sinkhole. Oh, no! We had a sinkhole over here before.
stored somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with...
We just can't catch a break here, can we? We really don't want a sinkhole turning up underneath this wall. That's the last thing that we want right now. That really is absolutely the last thing that we want. Cannot build on water, and it's too high. Okay, so we're going to have to go to here. I mean, not that it matters, because we have a mod for this that makes the terrain deformation stuff completely free. So let me set that onto there, and rid of you, and our brush size. Bring you out like that. And then I can just do that. That'll put that back in like that. And then I can go to you like that. And there. And join you on there like that. Right, so that's done. That is that one taken care of. It is no longer going to be an issue. All done. There may be some lasting effects with a bit of water slopping around, but quite frankly, I think lately we've managed to deal with worse. So I think it's only a minor detail. We want that one there. Cable car stop. We can rebuild that bad boy. Is it actually... Oh, I see. We've got the cable car, but there's nothing else that we can do at the moment. And the other stop is over here somewhere. So that one's not ready to rebuild. We're looking for any of these orange ones so that we can get the firehouses and all of those other ones back up and running. And we're getting there slowly. It's actually now starting to work. I still haven't finished with my budget. Minus 184,000. Roads. I'm bringing that back up so we have the road maintenance teams back on full. There we go. So that's coming back up high. That's on 100. And then that one is. And then finally we got this one right here. There and... there. Okay. There's everything back up to 100% on all of those. I'm not going to change anything else on it. I'm just going to leave it on 100% so that it starts working its way through. I've got... What are you? Advanced wind turbine. Rebuild. Oh, you're a little bit of power over there. Power's good. An extra little bit of power is good. I've got some more over this way. I've got a crematorium right there. I've got over this way a botanical garden. Because that's extremely important. In a time of disaster like this, it's extremely important to make sure the botanical gardens are all up to scratch. Yes, of course. Why didn't I think of that? This is where I went wrong, see. The dog parks, the botanical gardens. I suppose the crematoriums would actually be useful. Sadly, it would actually be a thing. But they really seem to have taken quite a focus on the crematoriums. It's got to be said. Like, all of the crematoriums seem to be the main focus of everything that's going on here. Rebuild the station. I got a lot of stuff over here I want to rebuild. Although it does seem that most of these structures, these rebuild differently. These are done differently. They're all having to be inspected and then rebuilt, one after the other. So we'll rebuild our entire farm over here. Rebuild you. Right, there's a great deal of those have now been rebuilt. Garbage is still piling up. We've still got issues with garbage. We've got the garbage stuff up the top there. What else have we got? Do we have any more structures that we can rebuild for a minute? This is definitely the way to do it. We may have to wait a couple of episodes in order to be able to get everything fully rebuilt. But we will get our stuff rebuilt at this rate. And we will be able to get things all running again, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Oops. There. Rebuild. You. Rebuild. You right there. Rebuild. Look at this. It's all coming back up. It's all coming back online. This is the awesome thing, is that we are actually able to redeem ourselves. With the disaster response from the government, the financial aid for disaster. Now, we've got another issue in that we had a major earthquake just after we had the flood. Quite possibly the flooding caused the major earthquake. It's entirely possible the two were related. So I want to go here on the road. what road have I got there? I've got disconnected power grids at the moment. It was that one right there. I want to go upgrade like that. Repair. There. And repair cost. Repair. So that's how you do the repairs on those roads. So we needed to repair those roads right there. But now what I want to do is... I need to do something about that. We've got this great big pit all the way through. I need this road here.
Warning. Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
Oh, great. I could do without that. We've got one... Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. I thought that this was going to be like a...
Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected area.
Right. Fortunately, most of the disasters at the moment are behind this mountain range. So they're not affecting us. I genuinely thought that one was going to seriously affect us. But it hasn't. It's all okay. We are able to keep going. So now what else we want to do is... I want to come down here. I want to go to 6-lane road. I want to go to that one. And that's the wrong road there. It's this one here that I need. So I want to go to you. And I want to upgrade that one to there. And then I want to go to the tree one. And I want to go to you like that. I want to stretch you across like that. And then we want to go to repair. And I want to repair that one over there. I cannot repair. I can repair that one. That's upgrades there. So this one here, if I remember correctly, just came straight down through. And that is the small road with the trees right there. And I want straight line off of that one onto there like that. Perfect. We've got a bridge across there. I'm not going to change that, though. I'm going to leave that as it is. So this is kind of like a testament to the disaster that we've had here, which I think would be quite a cool thing. That's a residence there. So I want to go back to this now and going to fill this in just to make sure that that's still kind of registered as being this green stuff, like this. Green stuff. That's the technical term, by the way. Green stuff. For everything that we've got here. Like that. There. So we've got all the pale green going back in there. We've got some more over here. And then that was low density commercial on there. Oh no, that's not residential there. That's supposed to be blue. Right. So we have had an earthquake come through there. And it's caused some problems in the residential area. It's not been the end of it. It's not been a complete and total disaster, but it has caused some problems. So that's all we need to worry about for that. Let's sort of continue our cycle through... I need to speed that up again. Continue our cycle through the rest of the city and see how we're doing. If we got anything else now that needs to be rebuilt. We've got one there that is waiting to be rebuilt. Another dog park. A very, very important dog park. And the flour mill... Well, we do need jobs back. A milking parlour and that one up there. I'm beginning to wonder if they've quite got their priorities right for rebuilding stuff. Some of this sort of feels like they shouldn't necessarily be focusing on this to start with. Like the fire helicopter depot, that would have been... You'd have thought that would be one of the first ones back up and running. You really would. The bakery... Well, okay, everybody does need goods. Right, we all need our goods here, so I can live with the bakery. There's nothing wrong with baked goods. Go to you. Got a police station there. Fantastic. That's going to aid the crime situation over here. We've got another one over there. There's another dog park. Lots and lots and lots of dog parks. I'm not seeing anything over that way. Let's go over this way. What about hospitals and stuff like that? Rebuild the Yes, the bouncy castle park is just as important as rebuilding the hospital. If we didn't have the bouncy castle park, more people would be rushing to the hospital, wouldn't they? So obviously that is the important one. Schools? Yes, I can understand searching the elementary schools, searching them for survivors. That's probably a good thing. That is probably the sort of thing that you do want to do. Again, with the crematorium. They're really good. They're really... See... Yeah, I don't know about the crematorium. Schools? Yes. I would say that schools are fairly high priority. Friendly neighborhood park. Then over here, we've got a yoga garden. Yes, that's very important. We must not forget our yoga gardens. Police. Now, see, rebuilding a police headquarters, that's important. Rebuilding a Japanese garden for rest and relaxation and searching it for survivors may be a little further down on the priority list. This might be why the city struggled. I'm beginning to think that the city has struggled because the wrong person is in charge. Who could that person be? Who on earth went and appointed a moron in charge of this city? We need to find out who this moron is, and we need to do something about him. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm doing the best I can. I feel I've done very well under the circumstances. I've been under a lot of pressure. There. Am I now excused? Good. I'll get back to, prioritizing bouncy castle parks over elementary schools. We have the post office. Yes, because delivering letters is very important. We may have two... the toll booths are important. They're what keep us funded, okay? That they pay the police headquarters, right? So here we go. Look, we've got a decent rebuild right here. I want to get rid of that. See, this is a thing that I don't really get. It doesn't let you put the X, get rid of the X up over there. But anyway, we are now actually properly rebuilding this city, and I'm very pleased with this. A quick spin over into Poorside, and we've got some incineration plants back up and running to start gathering up some of the trash that is accumulating in this little city here, in this little part of the city. It is going to be attracting rats and disease. So, yes, the incineration plant is a very wise choice. Again, with the dog park. Not so sure about the dog park. So, we've got another little bit of work that we need to do over here. So, first up, we're going to go round and we're going to rebuild these roads over here. We're going to repair all roads that lead to Rome. So, once we've rebuilt all of those, our next task, then, we want to connect that road back across, but in order to do so, I'm going to fill this hole in this time. Ooh, actually, I'm wondering if we should leave, like, a load of bridges and stuff in there. That could be quite cool. So this road here, this one does need to go all the way through. I've got, that is 6-lane, not highway. It is 6-lane decorative, and I think I want a straight line. There we go, we put that one straight across there. So then I've got this... Right, I know where that next one goes. That one there is this one here. It takes that, and you go straight across there like that. So I've got a deep pit in the middle here. There's not a lot that I can do about it, but generally speaking, they should be able to rebuild around the deep pit, and that's now a bit of decoration. They'll be able to throw rubbish in there, and everybody will be very happy. There we go. Let's just put that back into there. I like the idea of this. I do. I actually quite like this idea. Have I got any... Cannot upgrade to this type. Just making sure that I've got no more roads that need to be repaired. No, all the rest of this is collapsed rubble from the houses that we've been working on. So we've got some more stuff over here. I've got that one there that is the dog park. That's ready for rebuilding. And then... Have we got any more? We do have important ones over here. What's this? This is a hospital. Now we're talking. We actually have a hospital and a police headquarters that are now up and running. This is the kind of important stuff that we do need rebuilt. We could do with some more of these types being rebuilt in order to aid the city. Just aid the city in general. I think this would be an excellent idea. We've got a police station right there. That one redone. And over there, we've got a firehouse. And down here, we've got another police station. Although, a lot of this one is still underwater. So, even though it's like being searched for survivors and stuff, a good chunk of it is still underwater. Now, come back through this section over here. And I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing nothing at all that's coming up there. We've still not got these incineration plants. No, the solar plants, they haven't been rebuilt. But we've got a load of these. So we've got a post office there. We've got a crematorium there. And we've got a police station right there. Then up this way, we've got tropical gardens and a swimming pool. Tropical gardens and a swimming pool. Seriously, a swimming pool? Seriously, a swimming pool? That's what you wanted to spend your time getting ready for rebuilding? Another road maintenance depot there, so they'll be able to help start to restore. Medical helicopter depot. Why didn't we do that first? After we did the DRU. If we'd done the DRU first, then the medical helicopter depots, followed by the fire helicopter depots, surely that would make more sense. I'm beginning to think that this Frithgar fellow who's in charge here is a bit slow. He's lacking a little bit in his brain pan, poor chap. I'm sure he does try. I get the impression he does try, but most of all, he's just trying. That's all it is. It's not. It's just trying. That's all it is. Right, we've got an elementary school over there. We've got another elementary school over there. Elementary schools have been searched for survivors. We're getting them rebuilt. Searching for survivors is probably a really good thing. The rebuilding of the elementary schools just yet may not necessarily be very high on the priority list, but, I mean, it is being done. We're up to 24,000 people have come back to the city. Now that we've got just a little bit of funding from the federal government, we are starting to get a real spirit of fight back in our city. We're fighting back, and we are rebuilding our once great city, and it is becoming great once again. This is fantastic. This is absolutely awesome. Now, those ones that have been searched and are able to be rebuilt, like the police stations and stuff, do they ever auto-rebuild or auto-flatten themselves? I'm kind of hoping they don't. Like this over here. Is that going to auto-flatten itself? Cost 12,000 there. I hope that it doesn't auto-flatten. That's the bit that I'm concerned about, is I don't want it to auto-destroy itself. Rebuild the sludge pyrolysis plants. There we go. Get some industry going back. We get some more money flowing into this city. There's some more garbage being dealt with. Fantastic. What do we got back up here on the farm? There's the slaughterhouse. Big one up there. And a milking parlour and another crop field. We've got several crop fields over here that we can rebuild now. Not really much of a rebuild job for a field of crops. More a kind of just get rid of the worst of the branches from out the middle of it and then get on and plough it job. But, hey, whatever works. Whatever works for you, sunshine. That's what we'll do. Keep you happy. Now, what else have we got? We got, that's, oh no, we got another one down there. Flour mill, that's ready to go. Looking good over there. That is looking fantastic. We've got another one down here. Another post office. Yeah. I just don't think the post office is, like, a serious priority right now. How many crematoriums have we got in this city? Seriously. A medical clinic. Now we're talking. That's the kind of thing we need being rebuilt. We've got some more buildings over here. We've got police headquarters. And a botanical garden. Crematorium. I suppose we do want a lot of these places searched for survivors. It is a good thing. We are going to have problems with power now, of course, aren't we? We've got periodic power issues. I got almost 25,000 people here. As I keep rebuilding all of these various different structures. Of course, the next big problem is that these buildings are being rebuilt. And then a lot of the residential buildings and buildings in between are starting to be demolished, but not rebuilt because we don't have people moving into them yet. So we've got to... Actually, that lot can carry on there for a minute. Police headquarters and a playground. We'll rebuild those. Then we'll come over here and we'll rebuild a medical clinic there and a taxi stand. I've got a power shortage. And that's because it's 240 megawatts. No, I've got a sewage problem. Sewage production. Draining capacity is 3 million a week. That's alright. No, the problem is the electricity consumption exceeds the power output. So we may have to get some emergency measures put in. Nope, we don't need to. There, rebuild. Solar power plant. That's what we want. 150 megawatts instantly coming in. Is pouring in. We need more of these. We need more of these being rebuilt. Consumption. Right, we've now consumption now exceeds our output now exceeds our consumption. That's what we need. We need our output to exceed our consumption, so we can rebuild the Bouncy Castle Park and the Carousel Park as well. And then we can have a look down here, and we've got our very first one that is above the water. That's a firehouse. I was really hoping that some of these incineration plants... It's going to be a while before Nigel Pipe... Nigel Pipe. It's going to be a while before he emerges from the ruins, I think. Before he's finally able to actually do something here. Those aren't... What's that? That is another park. I've got a lot of parks. Oh, right. Now, over here, that is Forest Residence. Meteorite Park. End-of-line cable car stop. That's the only one that hasn't been searched. This one here, the middle of the line one, has been done. But at the moment, I don't have anything connecting into it. There's little point because I don't have anything over this end. Ooh. Nope, that's a park with trees. And then over there I got a recycling centre. Because that's really important right now. Priorities, people. Priorities. Once again, with the priorities. End-of-line cable car stop. That one could be done. That could actually prove to be quite useful. Ferrying people back and forth across some of these major disaster zones. That's something that I feel could actually prove useful. But they're not doing. They're not using. Firehouse right there. More of these that have been searched for survivors. The scuba diving team are pretty good, right? Our scuba diving team seem to be pretty well on the ball. Getting down deep under the water and finding survivors down there, or searching for survivors down there at least. Whether or not they're actually finding people could be entirely a different matter, but they are at least searching. And we've got one over there. We're going to carry on with this in our next episode. I'm sure you better appreciate why I'm not doing quite as long an episode as I would normally today, because of all the Farming Simulator 19 stuff that we have got coming out at the moment. So I'm going to be cutting a few other episodes a little bit shorter than I would normally. We've got that one is ready to rebuild. That one is not ready to rebuild. I'd like these others to be ready to rebuild. If I could get some more of these, we'll have more people coming back into the city. And I feel that would be a very beneficial thing. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.